Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and moderator of this session. Now, I may take the privilege to introduce Professor Devashish De of Macau as the keynote speaker of this session. Devashish De is a professor of Department of Computer Science and Engineering of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal, India. He received M.Tech from the University of Calcutta in 2002 and a PhD from Jadavpur University in 2005. He is senior member of IEEE, fellow of IETE, life member of CSI. He was awarded the prestigious Boyskers Fellowship by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, to work at the Heriot-Watt University, Scotland, UK. He received the Endeavour Fellowship Award from 2008 to 2009 by DEST Australia to work at the University of Western Australia. He received the Young Scientist Award both in 2005 at New Delhi and in 2011 in Istanbul, Turkey, from the International Union of Radio Science, Belgium. In 2016, he received the J.C. Bose Research Award by IET, New Delhi. In 2019, he received Shiksha-Ratna Award by the Government of West Bengal. He established the Center of Mobile Cloud Computing (CMCC) for IoT applications. He is Vice Chair of Dew Computing STC of IEEE Computer Society. He published in 320 journals and 200 conference papers, 15 books, and filed 10 patents. His H index is 35, citation is 6,000. Listed in top 2% scientists list of the world, Stanford University, USA. His research interests in Edge AI, IoT, and quantum computing. Today, the topic for is IoT for sustainable society. Thank you, sir.
Uh, Thank you, Shadudal, and thanks to the organizing committee for inviting me for this session.
It's our pleasure, sir.
Yeah. So I was here in the last lecture. I was listening to my friend from IBM. They have nicely discussed about some of the topics related with green computing and green coding techniques and all these things. So the green energy is very important because the to sustain the system in the whole world. We are all going through a turmoil. A lot of energy is wastage is happening around us. So to build up a sustainable society is a very important term, and very important topic has been chosen by the organizers. So it is sustainable society, means society which will sustain for a long time without the hazards. And with the help of this IoT, I'll show you today how we are actually helping the society to grow and to make the society sustainable. Okay. So as Shatadal has mentioned that I'm from a center of mobile cloud computing, where we develop the areas of various research areas on the access of mobile phone to the cloud. As everyone know that we all use this mobile phones, everyone using these smartphones, and we can access the cloud using various applications. We call it app, and these apps are actually connecting this mobile phone to the cloud, and we are getting all the services. Starting from Ola and Uber, you don't have any car, but you call the car using this mobile cloud computing. So there is nothing but Internet of Vehicular Things. So this is happening around us, and we are actually planning, or we are developing in the center various applications for uh, cloud computing, new computing, new area, drone computing for 5G, 6G network, and we are also using the state-of-the-art technologies for this development of green society. Okay. Ultimately, we have to develop the energy efficient system and energy efficient society. to reduce the carbon footprint, as Diptimana was discussing this morning. And this is very interesting area of research, and lot of people are jumping to this area. And so throughout this talk of next 1 hour, if you have any question, you can ask me in between. Even I will ask some questions. We'll try to make this session a little bit interactive. Okay. So this is our campus, where this is the center where the CMCC is there, Center of Mobile Cloud Computing. And let's come to the business. That that UNESCO has given the 17 goals of sustainability. Society will sustain. First point important is no poverty. The we call it poor people. This kind of there must be a balance, economic balance between the human being, every human being. So no poverty, zero hunger. Obviously, no poverty means zero hunger. Good health, quality education for everyone, and that is the reason. See, we are now we are going now getting the information. We are now getting the lectures online. So everyone can access the best lectures in the world through internet, through these YouTube channels and various other learning platforms. Gender equality, clean, clean and clean water is one of the very important thing. Affordable and clean energy. This clean energy is very important. Now we are causing a lot of pollution when we are talking about ICT. Information technology is actually causing a lot of pollution. And as last lecture they have mentioned about all the servers, they are making a lot of carbon emission, and that is causing a lot of pollution. So people are thinking how to reduce these effects. So there are some technologies that are coming up to combat with this green and clean energy. Okay, so these are the various interesting goals, like economic growth, industry, infrastructure. That when you talk about infrastructure, IoT is playing a major role to combine all the systems. Okay, and inequality should be resolved. Sustainable cities and communities. Communities must be connected to each other, and they can help each other with the systems or the available resources. And obviously, below the water, 70% is water. So ocean engineering is playing a major role, and most of the part of the world is now under the water. So we have to explore, and we have to utilize the resources. Not only explore, utilize the resources efficiently for our practical day-to-day usage. Okay. I also have a special issue for this. Those who are interested, they can submit in LCVS Sustainable Computing for underwater communication or underwater network, especially for underwater Internet of Things applications. And not only we are considering the underwater, all the lands, and also peace and prosperity. So these are all the 17 goals set by UNESCO, right? Now we are coming from computer science background, so we are morely interested in computing part. So today I'll just concentrate on the computing part, especially for sustainable computing part, right? Sustainable computing is basically the research area in the field of computer science and engineering, electrical engineering, as well as in other field of engineering, where we are actually considering the thermal aware and energy aware computing. So our ultimate target is to reduce the energy in the platform in our whole society. So we must have a ecological balance, and societal impact must be properly measured. So there are some measurement matrices are there through which we can measure the how much the temperature change or the ecological change is actually impacting our day-to-day life. So power, energy, temperature, and environments are playing a major role for sustainability. Okay. So what I've seen that environment is playing a major. So we have to monitor the environment 24/7 basis, and we have to develop the technologies which is eco-friendly. For example, you know that in our Diwali time, what do? We have a lot of patakas and firecrackers. And after Diwali, you have seen in Delhi a lot of fogs are there, a lot of smogs are there, and it's very difficult even for several days or weeks. They cannot even come out from their house. Now, what is the solution for this kind of pollution? Is there is any solution? Yes, you know that we can use other eco-friendly lighting system like drone lighting systems, drone based designs or lighting systems, which can help to reduce this carbon footprint. At the same time, we can enjoy the lighting environment. So lot of companies, even like Intel, is coming up with drone lighting system. Even if you see the IPL and various other cricket, football matches, and also in Olympic, these drone lightings are very popular. Okay, so we have to take care of this environment all the time, whatever the development we are doing. So we have to reinvent the algorithms, right? We have to design the energy efficient algorithm. So what we have learned in our data structure class, we are talking about complexity, right? Time complexity, space complexity. But another dimension is now added, which is called energy complexity. We have to take care of the energy, power, temperature. See, resource management is another very important issue. Resource management to optimize the performance. Okay, so you know that when we were talking about this technology, as Diptiman was talking about, Sudip is also talking about green coding. You know that he discussed about which software consumes low power or which consumes higher power. He has given a comparison between C++, Java, and other languages about the power consumption. So yes, we have to take care of these issues, and we have to design the the less power hungry algorithm, right? Which makes the system much more stable and with reduced amount of energy efficient, right? So we have to develop the power aware software. So power management, thermal power aware middleware, multimedia system, and also scheduling and allocation. These are the very important factors. Scheduling and allocation we have to perform according to the available power in your system. Okay. So when you talk about power hour system, we have to consider the reliability. Reliability means how yeah, we cannot compromise with the quality. We have to take care of the quality and the reliability. So we will reduce the power, but not at the cost of reliability. So reliability of the system must be high enough to sustain the system for longer time. So as a result, we have to develop the tools, monitoring tools for performance analysis and for distributed systems. So this is all a collaborative method to reduce the system power. Okay, so when you are developing this kind of storage and this power hour networking, so we have to develop the ICs, means this integrated circuit FPGA, and we have to develop the renewable energy. You know that more and more renewable energy must be used, and nowadays you know that battery, electric cars are very popular, and every year almost, that you can see, if you go to the road, you can see Tata Nexon and many other cars are coming up, because you get a lot of discount also in income tax. That I think if you buy a electric vehicle, there's a lot of discount in your income tax. So the government is also encouraging to buy this electrical vehicles, EVs, compared to the petrol and diesel vehicles or even CNG vehicles. So a lot of stress is now given by even by the government agencies for this battery operated cars and renewable energy based cars. Even ISRO is also developing this high end renewable energy based cars for our Indian streets, right? Also, energy harvesting is another technology. We have to generate the energy within the system. Means when the car's wheel will move, it will generate the energy. So at least if we can generate some percentage, say 60% of the energy when the car wheel is moving on the road, then using this IoT applications we can actually the capture the whole energy, and that energy will be used to run the car, right? So energy harvesting is another very interesting area. Okay. And power hour building, the storage and also the buildings, nowadays, the buildings, green buildings are coming up. Green buildings are very popular. And even the videos are there. So can you see this video? you know
Yes, sir.
yeah, this video is very simple, that it shows that how we are designing the energy efficient buildings, in Bangladesh and some other countries where they cannot afford to buy the AC air condition. They are developing these house buildings, and they're making natural AC. This natural AC is also available in various part of India. Their building architecture is such that the cool air will come. Hot is outside, hot air is outside, but cool air is coming to inside. If you go to Rajasthan, and those buildings are available. I think some of you have maybe have observed, right? And even Hawa Mahal is one of the very important example. What is the basic principle of Hawa Mahal? Anyone can say? What is the basic principle of Rajasthan Hawa Mahal? Or these Hawa Mahals are available in various parts of India, and old architecture was developed using this. You know, there was no AC, but buildings are developed in such a fashion. Hot air will come inside, but the temperature will go down. Okay, so let's see this one. This is a very simple video where you can see that see is the eco cooler. See, this is a very simple example, but it shows that when you are talking about this. So when you are talking about this energy efficient system, we have to think about very simple physics. You understand this principle, how it works? Anyone? I've seen Siddharth is there. Siddharth, are you there? Yeah. The when we are in the hot air is going inside, because of this, the system is like that. That it is shown in the principle that how the mouth you are opening, it is making tea, tea hot. Sometimes we cool our tea using our, when we close our mouth, and it's small space. So by this very simple principle, we can use it in our uh, developing of this building. Even if you go to Hawa Mahal in Rajasthan, similar principle is being used to develop these buildings, which is energy efficient. And so these buildings are also called green building. So why green? To reduce the consumption of power, to for going for sustainability, also for smart and safe system. So the question is how IoT is actually helping to reduce the carbon footprint. So we are calling it green IoT, which will be helping us to go for the development of the green buildings and green society, right? So IoT is actually helping. Actually, what is IoT? IoT is connecting and controlling all the things, all the objects over the internet, right? Can anyone can give an example of IoT in the audience? I think a lot of participants are there, 40 participants. So any example of IoT?
So smart wearables are the example of IoT,
Yeah, that means
like the smart.
you're simply your through your Alexa you can control the light on and off, right, in your house. So
Yes.
so if your house is IoT enabled, my house is IoT enabled. So I just put a IoT device with my electrical gadgets, and using my mobile app I can control it from anywhere in the world. Okay. So we call it greenhouse. We can make it on and off. Sometimes what happens when we go outside house, we say light is on, so we can on and off the light using this IoT based applications. We can control anything and everything over the internet, right? So our target is to develop the green IoT to by reducing the carbon footprint. What is the thing concept is that to reduce the energy consumption, greener IoT environments needs to be built up. So unfortunately, in India, I think less than 5% is IoT based, and some of the developed country they use 70% IoT, starting from their home automation systems to even their automatic cars and everything is like IoT enabled. So our target will be to reach at least 50% should be IoT enabled, so that we can control the systems from anywhere in the world, right? So I have given six classification. So whatever we will discuss it today for green IoT, that we have to develop the energy efficient architecture or algorithm. Second, we'll discuss the brownout, and third is alternative energy. Fourth is energy harvesting, and is LV for green vehicles, and also pollution monitoring and controls. Right. So these are the areas actually we have to work. Now, when you are talking about energy efficient systems, the clouds. Diptimana was discussing about the cloud. Cloud is actually uh, long distance from us, right? We are using cloud, but using your YouTube or videos, we are using cloud, but cloud are not near your hand. For daily application, you want to use cloud. You know, it is lot of power consumption is there. To reduce the power consumption, we have to use edge computing. I think everyone know this term, edge computing. Edge is technology. The devices nearby your laptop can connect to your mobile phone and give the service. So instead of taking the service directly from the cloud, I can take the service for my mobile phone from this laptop. So this is called edge computing. And IoT is only possible because IoT works in the grassroots level. IoT is only possible if edge computing comes into the picture. So edge computing plays a major role for the purpose of development of this IoT. Okay, and also it reduces the delay and make the system energy efficient. Why energy efficient? The data do not have to go travel from your sensors to the cloud and cloud to sensor. It takes a lot of energy, and also it has a lot of delays involved. Several millisecond delay will be there, right? That is not allowed in our IoT applications. So instead of this cloud computing, you have to rely on this edge computing to reduce the carbon footprint. Okay, and that is the reason IoT and edge computing is almost synonym, right? And also for large scale applications, a lot of people are using this edge computing. Okay, so when you are talking about green IoT, we have to develop the energy efficient D2D communication, device to device communication. We have to define the software defined network, smart energy, and also we can use this energy efficient route planning for UAVs. There are a lot of applications for this green IoT, and this green IoT is only possible with the help of this algorithms called PSO, GSO, and other energy harvesting algorithms, right? And this is very much needed for green RFID tags, green sensor network, green cloud computing, and edge computing. So green IoT components are very important for sustainable development. So when you are talking about green technology, that especially for IoT, what are the areas? Plastic recycling is a big problem. The plastic is almost banned. The low millimeter plastic is almost banned in India, and even I don't use this thin plastic bags. Okay, even in our fish market, this plastic is also banned. I think everyone know that. So in order to tackle this issue, to understand these things, we have to use this plastic recycling system using this IoT. Okay. Similarly, machine recycling, waste management. The pollution control. Waste management is another very important issue. Okay. Scrap management. So these are the various issues for waste management. How we are throwing this, we have old mobile phones, how we are throwing it. So if you can control the whole life cycle using the IoT, we can efficiently can understand the ecosystem of waste management. Huge amount of electronic waste is around us. Why? Because we have 5 years old or 10 years old mobile phone, laptops, gadgets, the CRT monitors. Where will throw it? So, to resolve this waste management, IoT plays a major role nowadays. And also, IoT is coming into the picture for public office management ecosystem, smart building management. Even we have seen the if you go to toilet or any buildings, that if you're going to any place where lighting is on when you have entered to the area, right? When you are walking in the campus, then the light will be on, otherwise it will remain off. So it's a sensor based lighting system is now used in almost every smart buildings, right? Even if you can make your this smart lighting system in your house, you'll see at least 30% cut in your electric bill. We are very lazy to switch off the lights and fans and other gadgets. So this kind of sensors in IoT based sensors will be helping you to tackle these scenarios. Okay. And smart charging systems, electronic wireless charging systems, smart grid management, smart residential building management ecosystem. So everything is now coming up under this IoT. Now IoT also connects to renewable energy storage, charging, electric vehicles, and smart applications. So huge amount of application is there for this IoT applications, IoT environment, right? So in short, we call it IoET, Internet of Energy Things. What is that? Using this IoT or IoET, we are actually controlling or implementing IoT, okay, to optimize the energy efficiency, optimize the energy efficient infrastructure and reduce the wastage. Our target is to reduce the wastage. Your light should not be on if no one is there. It is only possible if you can connect your whole lighting system. So those who are listening today in this workshop, at least you can buy this IoT enabled fan. At least you can convert your system is this Alexa. If you have Alexa in your house or Google Siri, you can connect it. You can make it a smartphone, smart light. In my house, I just call the light should be on or off. It is automatic. My fan is also automatic, so it's totally internet controlled, right? And by this way, you can save a lot of money, and also it is helpful for the society, right? So IoT to IoE is basically this working together, and it is used for wide coverage. That every corner we can control. So when my brother comes from US, he can control his house sitting at Dom. He can house at sitting at Calcutta. He can control the his light fan, even the